Okay, so just hit the record button. Welcome to today's Inside Real Estate Next Level session plus Q&A. My name is Ryan. Give me 1 second here. I had to mute myself and cough. My name is Ryan Hartman. I have Christian Demain here from the training team as well. Hey, Christian.
Hey, everyone. Nice to see you here, Ryan.
Yeah. These sessions is kind of part of a newish series that we started off this week on the Inside Real Estate training calendar. I'll draw your attention here to the top of our dashboard at the right side, right here where it says View Training Calendar. You can also access that from the Support and Training menu right here if you click Webinar Schedule. And we do these Monday through Thursday. Now, these particular sessions, I like to mention, they might skew for the first part of them a little bit toward the advanced side of things. So if you're just getting started with kvCORE, just definitely hang out here, soak it in, put some of these ideas in the back of your head. But just know that every day at I think it's 1 p.m. East, 10 a.m. Pacific, we do have the quick start series from Monday to Thursday, which is basically the basics of kvCORE. So definitely attend those as well if you're new. These sessions will generally start out with a little bit of next level, maybe some advanced content or just a deep dive into a feature of kvCORE, and then we'll open it up to general Q&A from anybody who might be watching. So do feel free to chat in the comments and I'll get us going here today. One of the things, my topic for today that I wanted to bring up was this idea of keeping your eye on the activity stream, which is basically, I don't know if we still call it the activity stream. This might be a holdover from the conversion days, Christian. It was called the activity stream. But basically what I'm referring to is when you come into the dashboard, you'll get this look at everything that's going on in the dashboard right here. And this everything that's going on is a mix of a bunch of different stuff that the system is doing. One of the big things that'll pop out is you'll see these listing views, which is a good thing to look at and to cherry pick here. As you see people looking at specific properties, you might want to reach out to them in real time. You can shoot an email, call them, send them a core video. And these are going to be probably your most engaged people because the system is telling you, hey, they're on the website right now. So some other stuff that you'll see here, of course, is any new texts, any new leads, new emails, and you can sort them here by going to all activity, and you can see the different types of things going on. We also have, and Christian, feel free to interrupt me at any time if you have something that you want to mention, but we also have email events here, and I wanted to mention quickly something about email events, and that is that with the iOS stuff that's going on, you might have heard about this with Facebook, with Apple not really wanting to share a lot of user data. They've kind of made some policy changes. These have unfortunately become a little less accurate in some cases. So I wouldn't use these as a 1000% source of truth, but they're still interesting and you can kind of still see people who are opening emails on your site if you scroll through that. So how do we use this activity stream? One thing that I like to do is I like to look at the new texts every day and just make sure that I didn't miss anybody who's chatting in. I'm kind of in my personal demo account. There's not a lot happening here. But if your business is humming along and you're doing all the things you should be doing in order to leverage kvCORE in your business, such as constantly fueling it with new leads, using the automation features to automatically text, to send property alerts, you should see a few texts or a few interactions coming in here every day. For better or worse. Sometimes you get some hostile people, as you might have seen as I scrolled in there. And that's just a gauge. When you come in here, if there's a lot of action, you're doing the right stuff. If not, or if you're just getting started, then you want to gradually build up and make sure that your activity stream here is a buzzing place. Any other thoughts on that, Christian?
The one thing I like to bring up here is really just taking a look at the properties. I think especially if you're trying to focus on your leads, their activity is probably the most important beyond what they're replying with, beyond what they're saying. What they're actually doing, I feel, is probably where you want to focus on. So like bringing up their properties that they viewed, as well as the properties that they favorited as well. That's another piece to this, and of course, you can always just open up the lead profile to see the additional details. But the simple fact is that when you have those properties in the activity stream, the fact that you can just click the email or text option just right below it makes it that much easier to just directly communicate with them. That's the thing I like about kvCORE right here, is just the simple communication tools. They're no reasons why you have to, go to different sections and manage your business with different tools here in kvCORE. It's just all right there for you.
Yeah, yeah, good point. I will highlight Core Video, which is an add-on. It's you can find it in the marketplace. This is basically our integration with BombBomb.
Yeah.
And to your point, Christian, I can say, hey, Merrill's been coming on. Maybe I took a look at this unit last week, right? And I've seen it in person. I
Yeah.
can open up Core Video, and I can come in here and I can say open recorder.
Mhm.
Hopefully it'll let me do it. Now I'm in the farmhouse, so don't. I'm at my in-laws today, so you're
There
gonna
you
see
go.
a kind of messy room, but here we go.
There you go. Yeah.
So I can come in here and I can say, hey, Merrill, I noticed you were looking at 123 Main Street. I was actually showing that to another client the other day. It has a really cool kitchen. I really like the countertop. If you'd like to go see it in person, let me know. And then I
Mhm.
can record that and send it right over straight from the activity stream.
Yeah. It's
So,
just as easy as clicking 2 buttons too.
yeah. So cherry picking the activity stream, definitely once you've got your system up, something you might want to include in your daily routine. You might even schedule a recurring appointment with yourself to do this every day, just to kind of remind yourself,
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
calendar.
Scheduling some time, I would say, like off of the calendar, like section off a piece of your day just to
Mhm.
look at the activity stream is always a good idea. And in fact, what I've seen as well is a lot of agents, what they'll do in the morning, Ryan, is they'll check the activity stream,
Mhm.
like 8 o'clock in the morning or so, send out a bunch of communication and like try and engage with the leads, and then come back at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon to see if they've gotten any responses. So that way they're at least touching the leads, but also allowing the system to keep them up to date, you know?
Really good point. So you get into that cadence where you can schedule, maybe you've got your hour with kvCORE in the morning. One of the things is the activity stream. Another one might be posting a link to social, like a squeeze link.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to take some time, right, to work through your calls and tasks.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, I got to call Iron Man and Jimmy. The product team put some demo data in here for our upcoming
Yeah,
sphere.
I've got Bruce Wayne in mind.
Yeah. And yeah, definitely cherry picking that activity stream. Another
Mm-hmm.
big thing with the activity stream, a lot of us work with lenders, and they can see this. And a lot of times lenders are, they might not have the bandwidth to like work the full system. But
Mm-hmm.
if you show a lender this and you say, hey, all I want you to do is hang out every day in the activity stream and maybe reach out to people and offer them financing specific to the type of listings they're looking at. It's simple game plan.
Yeah, especially with the fact that you can just hover over it and they can see the price point and get them pre-approved.
Yeah. Or they see, they see it's a condo and they have a program for condos, or they see it's a jumbo mortgage, because it's an $800,000 house or whatever it might be. So yeah, definitely don't forget about the activity stream. Tell your team to keep an eye on it. I don't have much else today, Christian, and this is our first week with this series, so we haven't built up a lot of people here with us live today. If any of you watching have any questions, we can answer them now. These sessions are here for you. You can just chat in the box and say, hey, I'm wondering about this. Can you show me how to do XYZ?
Yeah. What I'll say to this as well, Ryan, is just with the activity stream itself, this will be like the most consistent area that you come back to, I would say, because it's right there in the dashboard. So when you log in, it's just going to guide you right there. But I found that usually you'll be in kvCORE because everything's, automated for the majority of it for about 30 minutes to an hour a day. And that's kind of all you need to manage, at least just within the activity stream, just checking in with the contacts and having all of the other stuff be managed. That's for another time though. It's going to make it easier for you, but the activity stream is a key piece to any agent's business.
Yeah, you're right. You can go in here and do that, and then a lot of the rest of your stuff can be managed from your phone. I actually wanted to I brought up the whole brokerage account here, and you can see when you're putting a lot of data into the system, there is a lot happening in this one. You can see, and that's what, if you can put that in the back of your head, like I want to get my activity stream to look like that, because if you're getting this level of activity, you're always doing business with somebody.
Yeah. Having 3 texts in the span of an hour with 3 separate clients. I mean, that's just going to promote a lot of activity there.
Yeah. Check this out. So it's almost too much.
Yeah.
So Cool. Let me see. I don't see any other questions. We will build momentum here, Christian, and we'll have more people on these, but it is the first in our series. So if nobody
Yeah.
has questions, I may just take a few minutes before we go to show off the new Gather Your Sphere stuff,
Okay.
which is due to launch, I think, early next week, hopefully. But I have it in my account. So
Mhm.
have you seen it yet?
No, I have not actually.
Yeah. So we'll do that, and then we'll kind of get going here. Let's see.
All right.
So I'm going to click, and this is our new playbook,
Mhm.
Gather Your Sphere. And the whole idea here with the Gather Your Sphere is that a lot of people know kvCORE as a lead generation machine. We have all
Mhm.
these awesome features, that will allow you to create landing pages, squeeze pages, text codes, and generate your own leads. And we also have a pretty robust library in our marketplace of done for you ad services. But the reality is, kind of out there in the marketplace, is probably more than half the business comes from referrals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
It comes from your own business that you've already set up throughout the years. And I think it was Annalisa that said this to me once. It's like the average person purchases 11 homes or moves 11 times throughout their lifespan. So that's
Wow.
like, a lot of repeat business just off of one contact, right? So giving them, the opportunity to see the tools that you now have with kvCORE is probably going to come at a big benefit. Just in general, just saying, hey, I know you just sold your home, but how about getting set up on a market report on a monthly basis, right? Or, following up with them. So this is a big thing to do. Get your sphere into kvCORE.
Yeah. So the new playbooks, we have Gather Your Sphere, and we also have one that'll let you work your sphere that I'll show you here. And the whole thinking here again is, let's leverage the people we've already have before we spend time and money trying to generate new. Because most of us, know a few hundred people we could probably do business with. We're just not thinking about them from day to day because a lot of the industry is focused on new lead generation. So I'm going to open up this playbook right here. And you'll see these playbooks kind of just walk you through step by step some of the best practices and things you want to be doing. So first off, it'll walk you through getting your existing contacts imported. And Christian, I don't know if you see this, but I know a lot of people who are using kvCORE and they've got maybe a couple hundred people on alerts in their MLS system.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
they have top producer from 5 years ago, right?
Mhm.
And they've got a spreadsheet somewhere with a couple thousand leads on them.
Yeah, and it has like all this data on it, and they're like, well, what do I do with it all, right? Like, how does this work, or how do I import it?
Yep. So first step, take that data. Our team will actually do it for you. There's a video here that
Mhm.
explains the process. If you're a little more tech savvy, you can definitely use the self-serve import tool. But this will walk you through getting your existing data in to fuel
Mhm.
kvCORE. Next, we have the Capture Social Media Sphere. So this allows you to quickly build links that you can share to social. So I'll grab a zip code here.
Very cool.
It'll give me a link and I can quickly share a market report squeeze page. So I can say something like, hey, want to know current market conditions in, this zip code. And I'd post that to social. And then when somebody gets here, it'll squeeze and create a lead for me.
Mhm.
I can also do that with a home valuation landing page. I don't know if you've seen this, Christian.
The home valuation landing page, yeah, it definitely does offer really unique take on how you can build this out.
Yeah, you see how we have this new template?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this will build you a quick link. Hey, curious about the value of your house? You share this and people will go through it. It'll use the automated valuation tool and take you through. So you'll notice with each of these links right here, you can share quickly to Twitter, Pinterest, and Facebook. And we are pushing for LinkedIn. I don't know why LinkedIn's not there, but we're going to get it linked in there as well. Instagram, you can't really share to directly, but you can always post an image of the page.
What I'll say here to Instagram's benefit is, since it's technically owned by Facebook, there is a way, maybe we'll do this at a later point here, but there is a way whenever you post to Facebook, it also posts to your Instagram as well, because those two can be connected.
Oh, yeah. So if I post this link, will it also post it and give the link on it?
I am aware that it'll share the same post. I'm not sure if it will be linked in terms of like clickable, but it's still copyable in terms of being on Instagram itself.
Yeah, I'm gonna play with that, or maybe you can. That's a great point. And I don't know if a lot of people know, when you run Facebook ads, you can also run them on Instagram from the Facebook dashboard as well. So yeah, the sphere will walk you through. Definitely a good idea to share these links maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. You go and you say, hey, here's a featured market report for this area, or hey, if you're curious about what your house is worth, prices are insane. A good way to use this home valuation page would be to show a just sold house and the price on Facebook, and then just say, if you're curious about the value of yours, click here. So that's kind of good content. Cool. Next, we're going to get into the nitty gritty here. This create sphere groups. So you can see where it says create sphere contact hashtags. You can actually walk through this wizard and the system will walk you through creating hashtags for different people you may know. So I might do stuff like kids, friends, parents. I don't know if you have any kids yet, Christian.
No, not anytime soon.
You're a little younger, but for some of us, a lot of our social lives revolve around the things the kids are doing.
Yeah, going to soccer games and stuff like that. I get it.
So
but yeah, it's a great place to network and stuff and like build up that sphere though.
Yeah. So I might say, hey, I'm constantly, let's make a category for that. And this kind of tool will make me jog my memory and add those people in here. So I'm going to hit save and continue. So I've added the hashtags.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Simple labeling for the hashtags is all. It's a good simple way to look at it, just because you're just saying kids, friends, family, or whatever it said, and just knowing exactly where that's leading to is a big part of making it easier on yourself. The hashtags is what I'm saying is just one of the best tools here.
Yep. So now the wizard will walk me through and it'll say, okay, now let's take your friends and family hashtag and let's add everybody that you can think of through there. So I can either add a new contact. Maybe I need to get my brother Mike in there, right? Need to get my cousin in there. So I'll sit and I'll think for a minute, who are my friends and family, and I'll add them. Or I can kind of suck them all in if I already had them in the system under the hashtag friends. It'll also pull them all in. Once I do that for that hashtag, I'll just move through them. So I'll go to the next one. Who are my coworkers, right? Who are my neighbors? So I'm just clicking the next. Who are my Facebook friends? This is a big one. You might go into kind of look at all your friends list in Facebook and, and pull them all in. And actually, Christian, I think it would be kind of cool. I'm going to make a note for the product team. It'd be cool if they directly linked here so I can just go to my friends list right now in another window. That'd be pretty sweet because pretty sure there is a link for that in Facebook. So I'll go to the next hashtag and then here's my kids' friends' parents. So I'll be like, yeah, who are my kids? Oh yeah, he had a sleepover with such and such. I talk to Brian all the time. Let's get him in there and let's get him on property alerts and being incubated by the system. So save and continue. Is it not letting me? All right, I'll hit skip play. There we go. Next, you can set up some behavioral alerts. So this is the stuff that the system does automatically. So this is just a reminder to configure this stuff. So my new lead behaviorals are on. My active lead behaviorals are on right here. I can turn on which of these messages I want to go out like so. So this controls the automated stuff the system does as your sphere interacts. Next, this is a really good one. Upcoming events. So it'll say, hey, I have 6 contacts with upcoming birthdays in the next 30 days. And I can turn on my automated birthdays. And the system will say, okay, I only want to send an automated birthday message for my sphere and for closed contacts, but not for clients. And then anniversaries is the anniversary of their home purchase. So your birthdays and your anniversary of home purchase are both fields in the contact record. And then down here, you can change the template that gets sent automatically, the text and the emails for each of those categories. So very cool. And then once we've kind of gathered our sphere, we've set some things up, we can now go to the work your sphere. And let's see, I do have the beta version. So he did warn me that it might take a minute to load here. Go to playbook. Yeah, I might be, it might be a little glitchy there. So I might have to leave you guys with a cliffhanger. So it's 2-part, gather your sphere. And then there's going to be some stuff in the work your sphere section as this launches next week that will help you actually take action on those leads.
Very cool.
Yeah. So any questions out there from anybody watching? I understand we didn't promote this too heavy today. We haven't been as we roll out this first week. Christian wanted to do a dry run, right? Just make
Yeah, I
sure.
just want to check out this new training that we've got for you guys. So I mean, the idea here is that we really want to highlight the main features from this platform and get you guys to use them, because it's just going to make your job easier. You know,
Yeah.
it's going to make it more efficient as well.
Yeah, and from day to day going into next week, we're also going to get into some topics that are pretty next level, like how to run your own Facebook ads, how to do retargeting. So generally the format will be, you'll come here, you'll have Christian, me, Annalisa, a few of the other trainers. From day to day, it'll be somebody different. And the trainer will always bring a new concept. For me today, it was just that simple activity stream stuff and the gather your sphere. And then after we kind of show our featured content, you'll have time to ask questions. So good comment there from Ken Katchke. He can't wait to try this. Yeah, buddy. And then and yeah, that's it. So if there aren't any other questions, we can call it short today. I don't want to hold everybody too long. We'll kind of do it going once, going twice, going 3 times to see if anybody has any questions. If not, we'll make sure we get the replay live on the YouTube channel at insiderealestate.com/webinars or insiderealestate.com/YouTube. And you can always go there and watch all the archives of all of our different webinar sessions anytime you want. Anything else, Christian?
You know, just experiment with this, guys. I mean, the whole point of kvCORE is just to make your job easier. So I would just say, you know, do what we showed you here. Try it. Make it happen for yourself.
Yep. Okay. So have a good one. We'll be back Monday with the training calendar. We'll have our basic sessions starting with day 1 of the quick start Monday, and then we'll have our open Q&A at the same time. And just keep an eye on the calendar. There's lots of different stuff going on here from Inside Real Estate Training. And thanks for coming today.
All righty, guys. Have a good one.
Yeah.